My beloved, there is someone who loves you more deeply than you understand, yet every single day they battle a silent confusion inside their heart, because there is one thing about you they cannot fully reach. Don't skip this. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. This message did not find you by accident. Out of millions of voices, your eyes stopped here for a reason. A powerful truth is about to unfold, and once you hear it, you will never look at this connection the same way again. This person thinks about you during quiet moments, during busy moments, even during the nights when they try to distract themselves from their feelings. Your presence stays in their mind like a song they cannot silence. But despite all that love, despite all that attachment, there is something inside you that scares them, and tonight, that hidden truth is finally coming into the light. They love your heart. They love your energy. They love the way you make ordinary moments feel unforgettable. But they struggle with the walls you build whenever you are hurt. One moment you open your soul like sunshine breaking through clouds, and the next moment you disappear emotionally without warning. You become distant, quiet, untouchable. And the person who loves you feels helpless standing outside those walls, wondering what changed. Listen carefully now, because this is important. They not fear your anger. They do not fear your opinions. They fear your silence, because your silence feels like losing you without explanation. Stay till the end. Do not skip, because the next revelation is something very few people ever realize before it is too late. There were nights when this person replayed conversations with you again and again in their head, trying to understand what they missed. They questioned themselves. They blamed themselves. They wondered if they said the wrong thing or failed to love you correctly. Meanwhile, you were fighting battles inside yourself that you never explained out loud. And this is where the connection became painful. You expected them to understand your heart without words, while they desperately searched for signs that they still mattered to you. This is the hidden struggle between both of you. Not lack of love, not lack of care, but fear, silence, and emotions left unspoken. Something massive is being revealed here tonight. Don't skip, because the next few moments may completely change the way you see the person who has been loving you all along. The truth is, this person sees your strength, but they also see your exhaustion. They see how much you carry without asking for help. They see how often you pretend to be fine, just so nobody worries about you. And sometimes they wish you would simply let them in completely. Because loving you feels beautiful, but also heartbreaking when they can feel you slipping away. Emotionally, while standing right beside them, there were moments they almost gave up trying to understand you. Moments they told themselves to stop caring so deeply. But every single time they tried to walk away emotionally, something pulled them back toward you again. That is how powerful this connection truly is. You are not easy to forget. You are not easy to replace. And the person watching you from a distance right now knows that very well. But here comes the shocking part. The thing they struggle with most is not your sadness, your overthinking, or even your emotional distance. It is the fact that you rarely believe how deeply you are loved. Read that again in your heart. They struggle because no matter how much they show love, support, patience, and care, a part of you still doubts whether you are truly safe with them. And that breaks them inside, because they want to be the place where your soul can finally rest. Yet they often feel like they are fighting invisible fears they cannot touch. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The final truth is the one that changes everything. This person has been waiting for a sign, a moment, a small opening from your heart that tells them not to give up on you. They do not need perfection from you. They do not expect you to never struggle. They simply want honesty. They want closeness. They want to feel that when life becomes heavy, you will not shut them out completely. Because despite all the confusion, despite all the emotional distance, despite every difficult moment, they still choose you in their heart over and over again. And that is rare, very rare. In a world where people leave quickly, this person stayed emotionally connected to you, even when things became complicated. So hear this carefully, my beloved child. The person who loves you is not asking you to become someone else. They are only hoping that one day you will stop carrying every pain alone. Because the moment you finally allow yourself to be fully seen, fully understood, and fully loved, this connection could transform into something stronger than either of you imagined. And the reason you needed this message tonight is because the distance between you and this person was never created by lack of love. It was created by fear. Fear of vulnerability, fear of misunderstanding, fear of heartbreak. But now the truth has surfaced, and once truth appears, nothing remains hidden forever. And now the part nobody saw coming begins. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Because something huge is waiting you, and the next revelation may explain why this person could never fully walk away from you, no matter how hard they tried. There is a hidden emotional battle happening behind the scenes of this connection, and tonight, every piece starts falling into place. This person smiles around others, talks normally, continues their daily life, but deep inside, your absence changes their entire mood. They carry conversations with you in their head long after they end. They replay your words, your reactions, even your silence. And what hurts them the most is not distance itself. It is the feeling that they can never predict when you will suddenly pull away emotionally again. There were moments when they wanted to tell you everything. Moments when their heart was completely open, ready to trust you with emotions they never share with anyone else. But every time they felt close to reaching you, your energy shifted again. You became unreadable, hard to understand. One day you made them feel deeply connected to you, and the next day you seemed emotionally far away, even while standing near them. Don't skip this part. Stay till the end, because a once-in-a-lifetime truth is about to be revealed. This person does not struggle with loving you. They struggle with wondering whether you will ever truly let yourself be loved. And here is where everything becomes emotional. They understand that you have been hurt before. They understand that life taught you to protect your heart carefully. But sometimes, your protection becomes so strong that even genuine love cannot fully enter. This person sees your strength, but they also see the sadness hidden underneath it. They notice the moments when your eyes look tired, even while you are smiling. They notice the way you avoid certain conversations because you fear becoming vulnerable. And secretly, they wish they could remove every fear sitting inside your heart. Because when they look at you, they do not see someone difficult to love. They see someone who deserves reassurance every single day. Something huge is waiting for you in this message, so do not skip. The next truth changes everything. There is a reason this person keeps returning emotionally, no matter how confusing things become between you. It is because your connection touched something inside them that nobody else ever reached. You became unforgettable to them. Your energy stayed with them long after conversations ended. Even during moments when they tried convincing themselves to move on emotionally, something inside them refused. That is how deep this attachment became. And yet, there is still one thing they quietly pray for every night. They pray that one day you stop hiding your emotions behind silence and finally trust the love standing in front of you. This next revelation is powerful, so listen carefully. The person who loves you often feels like they are standing outside a locked door, hoping you will finally open it completely. They know your heart is good. They know your intentions are pure. But they also feel the emotional distance you create whenever fear enters your mind. Sometimes you overthink small changes. Sometimes you convince yourself that people will eventually leave. And because of that fear, you unintentionally push away the very person trying hardest to stay. This is why they struggle. Not because your love is weak, but because your fear becomes louder than the reassurance they try to give you. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because the biggest truth is still coming. There were nights this person almost reached out to you, but stopped themselves at the last second. Not because they stopped caring, but because they became afraid of saying too much while receiving too little emotionally in return. They wondered if you truly understood how much they loved you. They wondered whether you realized how deeply your actions affected their heart. And still, despite every confusing moment, despite every emotional wall, they continued loving you quietly. That kind of love is rare, extremely rare. Most people leave the moment things become emotionally complicated. But this person stayed connected to your soul, even during the hardest moments. And now comes the revelation that changes the entire story. The one thing they struggle with most about you is that you carry pain like it is your responsibility to handle alone. You rarely ask for comfort. You rarely admit when you are overwhelmed. You try to appear strong even when your heart is exhausted. And while the world may admire your strength, the person who loves you wishes you would finally allow yourself to rest emotionally in someone else's care, because they are not trying to control your heart, they are trying to protect it. Something huge is waiting for you. So stay till the end. The next moment matters deeply. This person has imagined what life could feel like if you finally stop doubting your worth. They imagine conversations without emotional distance. They imagine closeness without fear. They imagine a version of you that no longer hides pain behind silence. And every time they picture that future, they still see you beside them. That is the shocking truth. Even after every misunderstanding, every emotional shutdown, every moment of confusion, their heart still chooses you. So hear this carefully tonight. The person who loves you is not searching for perfection. They are searching for honesty, for emotional openness, for a sign that you will stop fighting every battle alone, because the moment you finally believe that you are worthy of stable, genuine, lasting love, this connection could become more powerful than either of you ever imagined. And the reason this message found you now is because something inside this connection is shifting. The silence is breaking. The truth is rising. And once two hearts finally understand each other completely, nothing can remain hidden anymore. There is something this person has never fully said out loud, and tonight, that hidden emotion is finally coming to the surface. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The next few moments may reveal the exact reason this connection has felt so intense, so emotional, and impossible to forget. This person has tried to understand you in ways nobody else ever has. They studied your silence. They memorized your moods. They noticed the tiny shifts in your energy that everyone else ignored, and slowly, without even realizing it, they became emotionally attached to every little detail about you. But there is one painful truth they carry deep inside their heart. They often feel like you are fighting against the very love you secretly crave. There were moments when this person wanted to give you everything emotionally: reassurance, loyalty, presence, patience. But every time they got closer, they felt your fear rise again. Not fear of them specifically, but fear of fully depending on someone emotionally. And this created an invisible distance neither of you knew how to explain. Stay till the end. Don't skip this part, because a shocking revelation is coming. This person believes you have spent so much time protecting your heart that you no longer realize how much love is standing in front of you. They see you questioning intentions, overthinking small changes, pulling away before disappointment can reach you. And each time it happens, their heart quietly breaks a little more. But here is the part nobody talks about. Even while feeling hurt by your emotional distance, they still admire you deeply. They admire your resilience, your ability to survive difficult moments without letting the world see your pain. They admire the kindness you show others, even when your own heart feels heavy. They admire the strength behind your silence. And maybe that is exactly why this connection became impossible for them to forget. Because beneath your guarded emotions, they saw someone incredibly rare, someone worth fighting for emotionally, someone whose heart carries more love than words could ever explain. Something huge is waiting for you, so stay till the end. The next truth is one of the deepest revelations in this entire story. This person struggles because they can feel that you love deeply too, but you express it differently. While they seek closeness and reassurance, you often retreat inward when emotions become intense. While they want conversations, you sometimes choose silence. And because of this difference, misunderstandings grew between both of you. Yet, despite everything, neither heart fully let go. Think about that carefully. In a world where people move on quickly, this connection kept pulling both of you back emotionally again and again. That does not happen without reason. There were nights when this person stared at their phone hoping for a message from you. Moments when a simple word from you could completely change their mood. And even when they acted calm on the outside, their emotions toward you remained powerful underneath. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because the biggest truth is approaching now. The person who loves you never wanted perfection from you. They only wanted emotional honesty. They wanted to know that when you became distant, it did not mean they were losing you. They wanted to feel trusted, instead of kept outside the walls surrounding your heart. And now comes the once-in-a-lifetime revelation. The one thing they struggle with most about you is not your flaws, not your overthinking, not your emotional moments. It is the fact that you carry so much unspoken pain while pretending you are completely fine. That is what hurts the most, because they can sense when your heart feels heavy, even when you say nothing at all. They can feel when something inside you changes, and the hardest part for them is knowing they would comfort you instantly if only you allowed them to reach you emotionally. This person does not want to fix you. They simply want to stand beside you without feeling shut out. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay till the end, because the next moment changes everything. Deep inside, this person fears one thing more than anything else. They fear that one day you will become so used to hiding your emotions that you forget how deeply you deserve to be loved, and that thought terrifies them, because from their perspective, you are someone worth choosing again and again, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Your soul left a mark on them that cannot easily disappear. Your energy became part of their daily thoughts. Even now, there are moments when your name crosses their mind unexpectedly and changes the entire direction of their emotions. The truth is, this connection was never weak. It was simply overwhelmed by emotions left unspoken, by fears neither of you fully explained, by hearts trying to protect themselves while secretly wanting closeness at the same time. And tonight, that hidden truth is finally being exposed. Don't skip this final part, because what comes next matters deeply. The person who loves you is still waiting for the moment you finally stop doubting your value. The moment you stop assuming people will leave. The moment you realize that genuine love does not run away when emotions become difficult. It stays. It listens, it understands, and despite every challenge between you, this person's feelings never disappeared. So hear this carefully tonight. The love surrounding this connection is real, but it can only grow stronger when fear stops controlling the story. The emotional walls protecting your heart may have helped you survive difficult seasons before, but now they are also keeping love at a distance. And the person who loves you feels that every single day, yet even now they continue hoping for a future where both of you finally understand each other completely. A future where silence no longer creates confusion, a future where trust becomes stronger than fear. And the reason this message found you tonight is because something inside this connection is beginning to awaken. Something powerful, something undeniable, something that neither heart will be able to ignore much longer. And now, the moment everything has been leading toward is finally here. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. And this final revelation may completely change the way you understand this connection forever. There is a truth this person has carried silently for longer than you realize. A truth hidden beneath every conversation, every glance, every moment of emotional distance between you both. And tonight, that truth is finally impossible to hide anymore. This person never stopped loving you. Even during confusion, even during silence, even during the moments when your walls became so high that they wondered if they would ever truly reach your heart. There is something powerful you need to understand. The person who loves you does not see you the way you see yourself. While you focus on your flaws, your fears, your emotional struggles, they see someone extraordinary beneath it all. They see the person who keeps giving, even while emotionally exhausted. They see the kindness you hide behind guarded silence. They see the loyalty in your heart. And secretly, they wish you could see yourself through their eyes just once. Because if you did, you would finally understand why they could never fully let go of you. Emotionally, stay till the end, don't skip. Because the next truth is one of the deepest revelations of this entire story. This person struggles with one thing about you that they rarely admit out loud. They struggle with the fact that you push love away the moment it begins feeling real. The closer someone gets to your heart, the more fear rises inside you. Fear of disappointment, fear of being misunderstood, fear of caring too deeply and losing everything emotionally afterward. So instead of leaning closer, you sometimes step back without realizing how much it affects the person trying hardest to stay beside you. And every time that happens, this person feels torn between patience and heartbreak. Because loving you feels beautiful, but also emotionally confusing when they can sense your love one moment and your distance the next. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay till the end, because the next revelation changes everything. There were moments when this person almost gave up trying to understand you. Moments when they convinced themselves that maybe loving you was becoming too emotionally difficult. But every single time they tried to disconnect emotionally, your memory pulled them back again. A song reminded them of you. A quiet moment reminded them of you. Even small things carried your energy in their mind. That is how deeply this connection affected them. You became part of their emotional world in a way they never expected. And no matter how much time passed, their heart still searched for you silently. But here comes the shocking truth nobody saw coming. The thing they struggle with most is not your silence itself. It is the fact that your silence often hides love instead of absence. They can feel your emotions even when you say nothing. They can sense your care even when you act distant. And that emotional contradiction confuses them deeply, because your heart says one thing, while your actions sometimes say another. This person does not need perfection from you. They do not expect endless reassurance. They simply want consistency. They want to know that when life becomes emotionally overwhelming for you, you will not disappear behind walls that leave them feeling alone. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because the final message is the most important part of all. Deep inside, this person has been waiting for one life-changing moment. The moment you finally stop fighting against the love trying to reach you. They have seen your emotional battles. They have watched you carry pain quietly. They have noticed how difficult it is for you to fully trust peace when you have spent so long preparing yourself for disappointment. And despite all of that, they stayed emotionally connected to you. That is rare, extremely rare. Most people walk away the moment things become emotionally complicated. But this person kept choosing you even during the difficult seasons. There is a reason this connection still feels unfinished. A reason neither heart fully moved on. It is because something deeper than ordinary emotions exists here. Something that keeps pulling both of you back toward understanding, healing, and emotional honesty. And tonight, that hidden truth is finally becoming clear. The love between you was never weak. It was simply buried beneath fear, silence, and emotions left unspoken for too long. But now everything is beginning to shift. The emotional walls are cracking slowly. The misunderstandings are losing power. And the connection both of you tried so hard to understand is finally revealing its real purpose. Something huge is waiting for you, so stay till the end. Because this final revelation matters deeply. The person who loves you does not want a perfect version of you. They want the real you. The honest you. The version of you that no longer hides pain behind distance. The version of you that allows someone to stay close even during emotional storms. Because true love is not built only during easy moments. It is revealed during vulnerable moments when two hearts choose understanding instead of fear, and this person is still hoping that one day you will realize they were never your enemy. They were always standing beside you emotionally, even when you could not fully feel it. So hear this carefully tonight. The struggle in this connection was never caused by lack of love. It was caused by two hearts trying to protect themselves while secretly wanting each other at the same time. But the truth can no longer stay hidden. This person loves you deeply, more deeply than their silence sometimes shows. And the moment you finally stop doubting your worth, stop assuming you must carry everything alone, and stop running from the very closeness your heart desires, this connection could transform into something unforgettable. Because some people enter your life temporarily, but others arrive to change your heart forever. And this person was never meant to be ordinary in your story.